Let's talk real estate for a couple minutes. I spoke with a local real estate agent who has won #1 realtor for the last 2 years in Best of the Wabash competition. And of course, you can imagine we talked about the current market, and here's what she had to say. I am joined by Loren Rockhill. She is a real estate agent for Keller Williams. Loren, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Well, there's one thing that people love talking about, and that's real estate. I think that that's the one topic that people can have a conversation about, and for the most part, not fight, because it's a really interesting career.
Absolutely. Well, there's so many different opinions, views, layers to real estate that either somebody's asking a question or giving an opinion, or are you busy right now? Interest rates are low. Even if you're not in the career, you still know something about it.
Yeah.
And so there's always something to talk about.
Yeah.
And it's interesting.
It is.
You know, and it's ever changing. So.
And it's fun to hear other people's take on real estate.
Absolutely.
Now, I want you to introduce yourself to the viewers, who you are, how long you've been doing real estate. Go ahead.
Well, I'm Loren Rockhill. I am just creeping up on my 4 years as an agent here at Keller Williams. Let's see, I'm a rainmaker of a team here called Rockhill Realty Group. I'm joined by my husband, Dustin Rockhill, Courtney Cudworth, and Kyle Miter. Love my team. We are currently growing, so that's exciting, adding a member to us.
When we talk about the market and we talk about, I mean, as I said, you're out there and you're showing these houses and you're selling, what kind of trends, personally, in your opinion, what kind of trends are you seeing?
I'm seeing, well, with the market being so fast and so aggressive, that unfortunately it has made it to where new buyers, first-time home buyers, are almost being forced to bypass important steps, you know, as far as inspections, and a lot of things are being sold as is, which can create a lot of anxiety, especially with the first-time home buyer, because it is scary. It's a scary process. It's a very big purchase, one of the biggest purchases of your life, if not the biggest, and to kind of be forced to skip those steps can be very alarming. So that's definitely a trend that I'm hoping disintegrates a little bit for these buyers. It's great for the sellers, of course, but when it comes to the buyers, you want them to feel good about their decision, not that they had to make a quick, rash decision and they weren't thorough.
What are some of the questions you get the most from buyers in your experience?
Buyers, especially if they're first time, they just have no idea where to start. What are the steps? Where do I go from here? What do I do? I mean, that's not something we grow up learning. We learn how to tie our shoes and ride our bicycles and maybe even make a grilled cheese sandwich. But as far as buying a home goes, it's a whole other monster. But it can be a good one as long as you have the right guidance. So getting them on track with the right loan program, finding what their needs are, and then helping them make the right decision.
I can imagine someone saying, well, I'm going to wait until the market kind of slows down before I buy a house because I'm going to end up overpaying for a house when I could just wait until I'm paying the right price. You know where I'm going with that?
I've heard it from a dozen people. I've actually had several people that, you know, right now it's not the best time, it's too aggressive, you know, so on and so forth, which totally viable, you know, reasons not to want to pursue it, because it is overwhelming, stressful, and it's an emotional roller coaster for a lot of people because you're so excited, you write that offer, and then such a letdown to hear that your offer was way outbid. You know, so that is definitely a deterrent for a lot of people, for sure. But as far as waiting until the market adjusts and changes, is there a time when that's going to happen? Do we know? We don't. So I feel as though if you felt it was a good thing and the right time for you then it still is. I can make one recommendation.
Okay.
Do a little homework, do a little research. Do not sign up with somebody that you saw an ad on the internet for, or a lender that you found an ad on the internet for. I have seen so many wonderful people be taken advantage of or be yanked around, pulled through the ringer because they didn't ask for advice. They didn't reach out. They didn't do a little back end legwork, and it wound to bite them in the butt in the end. So I would want that for anyone.
Yes, absolutely. Great advice. Great conversation, Loren. Thank you so much. And of course, if the viewers need any more information, we'll make sure we have that information provided for you all if you want to reach out to Loren and her fabulous team. Maybe you want her to take care of you. But again, thank you so much for being here with us today.
You're welcome.
Really good conversation, Lisa.
Good info.
And now it's time for me to hear from you all at home. So come close to the TV, come a little closer. If you have any questions that you want answered in terms of real estate, email me at marvin.bills@WLFI.com. There it is on the screen. I'll do these segments every week periodically, and I'll talk to a real estate agent, but we really want to hear what do you want to know about? What are your questions? And so make sure you email me if you have questions that you want to know about the market. Maybe you're thinking about selling your house or buying a home, and I'll love to.
You're going to be a busy man, Marvin.
Well, you know what? The viewers, I want to talk about what they want to talk about.
Right.
What do you guys want to talk about? That's what makes this job fun for me.